y'all, and welcome back to another vlog. I just set y'all up in a cabinet. I have a sweet potato that's about to come out of the oven, and Luis just left for work, but I decided I wanted to turn the camera on like right this moment because check this out. I wanted to show y'all this before it melted. This is a Jello cup that was in our fridge, and we have some kind of stalactite, stalagmite, I don't know, situation happening in our fridge. So I'm gonna have to clean out the fridge, I guess. So this fridge came with the house. I hate it with like a deep fiery passion because it has a drip like from the freezer into the fridge. So I keep a bowl in there, like just the regular, like it's a glass bowl, and it fills with water, and then I just like dump it out. Sometimes it freezes though, so I like, you know, it's like a big giant ice block. Luis did try to fix it. Luis is really good at like fixing things. He did try to fix it and he was not successful, and he was just like, whatever, like we'll just keep the bowl in there, like it's fine, it's not a big deal. And I mean the fridge works perfectly fine, so does the freezer, aside from the little drippy situation. Let me get my, okay Google, stop. My sweet potato out of the oven. But I guess it had been a while since I had taken out the, oh, I don't know if that's ready yet. Where'd my knife go? It had been a while since I had taken it out of, oh yeah, that's not ready. Hey Google, put a 15-minute timer. I have to give that a little longer. I had forgotten to empty the bowl, I guess, and the drip was going down like onto the shelves of the fridge, creating little stalactites and stalagmites of ice. It's so great. So this morning, or earlier, like a little while ago, I was packing Luis's lunch. He just left for work, and I was grabbing him a little Jello cup because I always put a whole bunch of snacks, like whatever we have on hand, in his lunchbox. And I was like, what in the world in this giant block of ice? Like, wow. So anyway, I decided I wanted to vlog. I'm thinking about doing like weekly vlogs, especially now being at home pretty much all of the time. You know, obviously none of us can really go anywhere. And I mentioned in my last vlog that Luis, his schedule changed. It actually just started yesterday. So it is, I don't know what time it is, but it's around 2 o'clock, 2:15 probably. He just left a little bit ago. And now he's basically going to be working all day long, like until yesterday he got home like almost at 11 p.m., which I talked about already, and I'm like super not happy about that, but it is what it is. I'm not a morning person. I've never been a morning person, so I typically sleep in fairly late. But see, that was like always okay because he was working before from 7 to 4. So if I slept in late, then that just meant like, you know, in a few, like when I woke up, you know, within a few hours, he would be home. And now I feel like my like prime awake hours, he's not gonna be here. So I'm just bummed about it. But you know, it is what it is. Just have to deal with it. Today I need to, you know, do something about myself. I'm gonna shower and get dressed and such because I want to film a video. Yesterday I filmed my like official pregnancy announcement, which actually went up today. And so many of you are like just as excited as I am, and I'm like super happy about that. I've gotten already a bunch of messages, like some comments, but also a bunch of messages on Instagram. You can always message me on Instagram. Like I've mentioned, it's at inkeandthebrain. That's like my personal one. I do answer messages obviously on my shop one as well, but like I always like more so identify that as like my work, you know, like Instagram. I don't know, even though I'm like really bad at posting at it. I'm out of breath. This week we don't have much like exciting happening, obviously, but it is Luna's birthday tomorrow. No, the day after tomorrow. So that's exciting. I'm a little bummed because I didn't pick up any. I usually bake them a cake. I baked one for Odin's birthday. I posted about that on Instagram a while back. His birthday was in February, and Luna is now in April 16th. And I usually, like I said, make them a cake, but I don't have all the ingredients on hand, and I didn't think, and I'm not gonna send Luis obviously into the store just to go get ingredients for like my dog's cake. So we'll figure it out. I have some stuff and I think I can make something work. I was thinking of making, like, instead of a cake, making like little treats, like little peanut butter treats or something. I don't know, we'll see. I need to sit down, I'm tired. I like just woke up a little while ago, but. So I'm gonna get going with my day. I'm just gonna wait for my sweet potato to come out of the oven. I've been really wanting some sweet potato, like just sweet potato with just butter. Sounds so good. And Luis, of course, went and got me like the most massive, this was like a while back, like on our last shopping trip. I asked him for 2 sweet potatoes and I told him, unless they're big, then just get 1. He got me 2 of the most massive sweet potatoes I think I've ever seen. It's so ridiculous. But anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my sweet potato and I'll catch up with y'all in a little bit. So I got my makeup done and got dressed, ready to film this video, and now I'm just not feeling well. I don't know, maybe the potato I had, like I mentioned, that I had a sweet potato, I can't even talk, in the oven. I had half of the sweet potato with a little bit of butter and salt, and now I just feel super sick. Apparently, baby doesn't want sweet potato. Can you tell I've been crying? I just filmed the video I wanted to film, talking a little bit about my thoughts, my concerns, my worries, and things like that of being pregnant during a pandemic. And I definitely kind of lost it. I thought I was kind of holding it together, but at the end there I just lost it, and that was rough. That was really rough. It's just so much, y'all. It's just so much going on in the world, but I know I'm not alone. I know so many of y'all have the same fears. But I'm gonna go edit the video. I'm like really truly like second guessing if I should even post it. But I feel like it's my truth right now. It's my experience. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go try to edit it and kind of think about it, watch the video and see if it's even interesting, or I don't know. And I'll catch up with y'all later. So whoa, there's like a mosquito in here. Do y'all see that? There's something flying around in here. I have not gone to upload the footage or anything. The more and more I think about it, like I just, like the less and less I want to post the video, because I just feel like it's me whining, or not whining, like me, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. But like I said, I'll watch it and I'll see. If it's already, like if I already posted it, it would have already been up like before you see this video, so I don't know. But I just ate, let me show y'all. So I ate half of this sweet potato. You can see it's like, I mean, this is a very big. So I ate like the other half of it. It's like a huge portion. I swear there's something in here. It's like a gnat or I don't know. But I am starving. Like my stomach is growling all of a sudden. And I literally ate this, I don't know, Luis had just left for work. So it was like 3-ish, like by the time I ate it. And it is almost 6. So it's been 3 hours, y'all. And mind you, I had a really big breakfast. And I'm starving. So I need to figure out something to eat. I'm probably gonna eat like a sandwich or something. And I'm thinking about making lentil soup not necessarily like for dinner. It's just things now that Luis's schedule is like all weird. I don't really know like when to cook. Because typically I would start dinner, like make dinner in the evening, you know, and then like pack him the leftovers for the next day. But now, like, he's having dinner at work and lunch at home. So I don't know if I should like have a bigger lunch and then, but then if I pack him like leftovers, like he's gonna eat the same thing like this, like during the day. I don't know. But I'm gonna make a sandwich. So when I show this before I eat it, but my sandwich that there's a piece right here. It's just avocado and tomato. Now I realize that probably sounds really weird and you're like, oh, that's like a weird pregnancy thing. No, this is a normal thing. Avocado and tomato in a sandwich. Nothing else in here. It's delicious. Well, salt, you should try it. So I put everything in the crock pot. This is the lentils, you can see at the bottom. There's some fire roasted tomatoes, a whole lot of onion and cilantro. The other green stuff that you see, oh, there's like a big old cilantro leaf stuck up here. The other green stuff that you see floating in there is actually very, very finely chopped broccoli. We had some broccoli that was on the way out and I wanted to use it up. I didn't want it to go to waste, so I just threw it in here. And you won't really even be able to taste it. And once it gets all like heated through, it'll kind of disappear as well. There's also like a ton of garlic and some spices and stuff in there, but it's only been in here for a little while, so it's gotta sit here for a whole lot longer. I look like a raccoon now. It is, I don't know what time it is. It's like around 9 p.m. Wow, I didn't know it was this bad. I cried, I think, even more editing that video than I did while I was filming it, and I cried a lot when I was filming it, but I just like was bawling when I was editing the video. But I did decide to post it. I know that it might rub people the wrong way, but I just want to share my experience. Look who's coming. If you're wondering where I am, because this doesn't look like my bedroom, I'm actually in the guest room. Luis and I have been sleeping in here, like both of us in this room. No, puppies. No, sit down. Oh my goodness, y'all. For like a week already, and that is because I just needed a change of scenery. Honestly, I don't know what to say other than that. Like I felt like I had to get out of the bedroom, so then we came in here and we've just been in here. We'll probably go back into our room either tonight or tomorrow night. I was washing all the sheets and everything from over there anyway, so it just kind of worked out. But I have never, ever talked about politics in any way, shape, or form on my channel. But I'm just gonna read this. This is from Fox News, okay? So it's not like this is coming from a Trump-hating site. I like to read CNN and Fox News and any other news outlet just to see like what both sides are saying, basically, right? But I'm just going to quote, Trump read a long list of names of people in business, healthcare, and sports who will advise him on how to restart the economy. We have to get our sports back, Trump remarked. I'm tired of watching baseball games that are 14 years old. Those are some priorities, my friends. Those are some priorities. So, I am feeling better from how I was feeling earlier. I've been laying here for a little while. That's probably why. I talked to my mom on the phone for a little while, and I just came in here. Probably gonna sit like work on my planner for a little bit and probably just hang out here, go check on the lentils in a bit until Luis gets home. I think I'm gonna call it for a night though, for tonight, but I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow, so y'all are gonna be seeing me for a while. I did want to mention, because I kind of got a little sad. Not like, I mean, it is what it is. I've never worried about like my numbers or like followers or anything like that. But I posted my pregnancy announcement last night. It hasn't even been a full 24 hours. And I don't think I've ever lost. No, I know for sure. I've never lost so many subscribers so fast. Ever. So that was a little strange because, I mean, my channel is mostly planner things with the occasional like vlog or house thing that I throw in, but like to lose a huge chunk of subscribers over a pregnancy announcement seemed a little strange. I thought that was really weird. I wasn't expecting that. But that's okay. Not, you know, not every channel is for everybody, and I want the people here that want to be here. You know, nobody's forcing anybody to watch any videos, so it's okay. It's just, I thought it was just kind of sad and weird. But I totally understand. I mean, I know that in some cases, maybe some people are just, you know, maybe it's just not the content that they want to see, and that's alright. But anyway, I'm going to play on my planner, wait for Luis, and hopefully get a good night's sleep tonight, because I am just tired. I think it was just a lot of crying today. Anyway, good night, y'all. Hey y'all, and happy Thursday. I did not check in at all yesterday because I was where I am right now pretty much all day. Printer is giving me shoes. I'm sorry. My printer is pretty new. Oh, excuse me. I got it, I feel like it's almost been a month already, but I'm still learning. It's just definitely a little bit more finicky than my other one was, and it's so much slower. It's kind of ridiculous, but this is my office. You can see this is where I work on Etsy orders. It's where I do my plan with me's. It's just where I, you know, where I spend a lot of my time. I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm gonna show y'all. This is what the floor of my office currently looks like. I have a huge mess in here. It's kind of ridiculous, but I'm not gonna worry about it today because I am trying to focus on something else. I'm working actually on designing. Yesterday I was in here literally the entire day. I didn't leave my office until, let's see, Luis got home around 10:30. I think at around 9:30 I went out into the kitchen to like clean up, like, so wash dishes and like clean the counters and things. But I had been in my office all day, and then today our schedule's already getting all twisted because now that he's working, like, basically he doesn't go in now into work until 2:30 p.m. so like we're staying up later and later and later, and today I did not wake up until noon, y'all. Until noon. Yeah, I don't know what to say about myself on that either. But we, you know, we had lunch and he left for work, and I am back in my office for a little while. I don't want to spend all day in here today because I do really want to clean. I know I mentioned that we had been sleeping in our guest room, and that's because well, I just wanted the change of scenery, but then I had also like stripped our bed, and I really want to like kind of deep clean our bedroom, so I'm gonna do that today, and I'll take y'all along for that. I also really need to clean the living room. Living room's like a huge mess, especially the floors. I need to like vacuum the rug and such, but gonna work for a little while and then I'll get to that. So I am done. Sorry, I'm like looking at myself up here because I don't know how I feel about this angle. I like tried to prop y'all like so you're a little bit tilted down so you can kind of more so see what I'm doing, but I don't know. I mean, it works. I am going to stab the sweet potato with my fork. And that is so that I can get this in the oven. So as I mentioned, it's Luna's birthday, but I don't have all of the, excuse me, things are coming out. All of the ingredients to make the cake that I normally bake for them on their birthday, which is a peanut butter slash pumpkin puree bread basically, and then I just make like my own peanut butter frosting for them. It does also have a little bit of honey, I think. I can't remember anymore, but I don't have the pumpkin puree. Usually we keep cans of those on hand because it's good to give them whenever they have tummy issues. At least that's what Odin's vet told us the last time that he had some stomach issues. He said, you know, it's good to give them pumpkin puree and it kind of soothes their tummy. But I know that sweet potato is kind of similar to that. Sweet potato is also good for dog's digestive system, at least from what I've read online. So I was thinking I could just do the same thing and just basically puree this sweet potato, because I'm not going to eat it anymore since I mentioned I got kind of sick the last time. When was that? Just a couple of days ago that I made the sweet potato. So I'm going to stick that bad boy in there. Hey Google, put a 1 hour timer.
1 hour, and we're starting.
Why isn't it talking? But I feel so good right now. I don't know why. I mean, I got some work done. I was kind of frustrated because all the work I did yesterday is a little bit messed up design wise. I wasn't printing or cutting yesterday, but I was designing, and because I'm making the base of like a brand new kit, my measurements were all off. So I was like, so I had to go through and fix that, but that's fine. And I want to take advantage of this like energy that I have right now. So I really need to start cleaning. I want to clean our bedroom. I need to clean our fan. Our fan, I always keep the fan on, like it's like never turned off. So I hadn't noticed how disgusting it is, but it's like nasty. I don't think I've cleaned it at all since we moved in. It's like a white fan, but it's like black around the edges. It's so gross. I'm not even gonna show y'all. And then I just want to clean in there. I think I might clean my nightstand. I really also want to clean my my cart, my little planner cart, because I mean things like I just pile things on top of it now. And then I need to clean up the living room, like I mentioned, mostly like the floor. There's stuff on the, like some towels and things, just that I haven't washed yet. And then I need to organize this and get my basket organized as well. That's something that I can do at the same time that I do this, because I'm either like wheeling this around the house or toting that around the house. Those are like my kind of, my like planner things that I keep with me. So anyway, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm probably gonna eat something first because I'm starving all of a sudden. And oh, I need to take care of this plant. Look at him getting all droopy. I'm such a bad plant mom, y'all. Like, can't even keep plants alive. I'm hoping I'm a better mom to a child than I am to these plants, because if it weren't because they get all like droopy, I would just forget about them. They get droopy. And I put it in my planner all the time. And you know what? I didn't put it in this week. And I haven't been putting it in for weeks to water them and sun them. And but yeah, gonna have a snack and then I'll get to cleaning. So I just had it was really more of a meal. I had a couple quesadillas and a few pickles. This is just my salt shaker. He goes over here. That's the pepper. They're so cute. I got those at, I think, either Ross or Marshall's a few months ago, like when they first started putting out the Easter stuff. And I have a few other Easter decorations over here that I really need to, I need to like clean this whole thing up and just refresh it. But yeah, I wanted to tell y'all. So I've been drinking my water out of this. It's just easier for me to kind of carry around. I prefer drinking out of a straw instead of out of a bottle. And because we just have, we ran out of the other water already. So I've been going into these bottles. I hate buying bottles, but you know, it's what's available right now. So it is what it is. But this says it's a 20 ounce like tumbler, and it's not, because you can see I haven't drank anything of it. I just filled it up with the bottle, and it's basically almost completely full, and this is 16.9 ounces, so basically 17 ounces. So I had been like calculating my water intake based on, you know, thinking that was 20 ounces, and now I feel like really lied to. But anyway, I am sitting here. I just decided to come in here and like check some things off and things. I actually, like, this is fun for me, because I love my Erin Condren. Like, I especially just love this paper, but I already miss my Hobonichi because I like making not necessarily like longer lists. Like, I don't always have like a huge to-do list. I just, you know, today I feel like doing more things, so maybe that's why I would want to add more things. But I typically break down things like into smaller, so like here I just wrote laundry, whereas in my Hobonichi, like whenever I make my list, I would write, you know, like I'm doing towel laundry and what are these other things called? Some other laundry. I can't think of the name. And bedroom, as you can see, everything is like just piled on the bed. I would put away clothes and dust and vacuum, and you know, like I would make myself like more detail list in my Hobonichi, and I feel like that makes me feel more accomplished. Here, let me flip y'all, because then I feel like I get to cross more things off throughout the day. So it just, I don't know, that makes me feel better. But anyway, I need to take my vitamins, and I am gonna set up the camera, and I need to take the light into the room, because you can see the light in the room is very different than the light out here. That's like a very like yellowish light, when, you know, throughout the rest of the house, I don't want to blind y'all, but I have like the bright white lights, and that is intentional in the bedroom. I suffer from insomnia, something I've dealt with pretty much my entire life, my entire adult life at least. Started right when I was 18 years old, where I haven't really been dealing with that lately because I've been so tired and so sleepy. You know, I'm guessing because of the pregnancy. But typically I go through kind of seasons where I'm okay, and then others where I'm not. And it is, you know, like anxiety based insomnia. So, you know, some days I'm fine and others I'm not. But regardless, I had been told at some point to not put bright lights in the bedroom because it's more soothing, like for your brain, especially if you have lights on late at night, you know, right before you get into bed, to not have like those bright, stark lights in the bedroom. So, but it kind of bothers me throughout the day, because especially today, it's like very overcast outside. And typically I can just open the blinds and it'll be like bright in there, but right now it's dark everywhere. But I have this lamp. Whoa, I didn't mean to zoom, y'all. I don't even know how I did that. I wasn't even touching the zoom. This lamp you see right here, that has like really bright white light bulbs in it, and that's what I was using when I filmed the other day. So I'm just gonna take that lamp in the room so that it's a little bit brighter in there. that is as good as this room is gonna get. You saw me, I dusted everything over here, and let me move this. I do need to, at some point, that's Odin's leash over there in the corner, by the way. I do need to like wipe down the walls and baseboards. You can see there's a lot of like scuff marks with us throwing toys and things at Odin. The walls just tend to get like really scuffed really quickly. And this wall looks so bare now, like this room in general looks so bare now, because we used to have the couch like further up here. So it was like the back of the couch was where the, you know, kind of start of the door was. And we had another little side table like this one on that side, which I'm gonna bring because it's in our bedroom right now, but I'm gonna bring and put here so that the plant can be right in front of the window. And we had the plant there, so I feel like that added a whole lot of like, almost like life to that corner. And now everything is just like gray and white, but I mean, that's just like what we're going for anyway, so that's fine. But I feel like the walls look so bare now, especially this back wall, because when the couch was kind of floating in the middle, I feel like it, you know, didn't bring as much attention to that wall as it does now. And then these blankets I just rotate. I have a bunch of different blankets that I kind of just rotate between. This rug, I love this rug. You saw me sweep it before, and the reason I sweep it is because Odin tends to kill his toys, and all the fluff will be everywhere, but you can't see it because this rug is amazing. Like, this rug truly is like the greatest purchase I think I've made for this house, because like I feel like you cannot see things on it. Only time you can see things on it if you spill like bright things. Like I spilled like juice or something. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't wine, but it was like maybe it was like Big Red or something. I can't remember. But it cleans up really easily because it's not very thick. Like it's not a very plush rug. It's really just decorative. But I love it. I got it on Wayfair. I'll link it. And yeah, that is, the kennel used to not be out here, and that's why we had the couch like pushed this way, because it just made sense. But now that we have the kennel out here, it just, I don't know, this room just looks so different. I don't know how I feel about it. Like I definitely think we need to add so much more to it now. But anyway, I'm gonna move on to the bedroom now. All right, y'all, so I went into the bedroom and I started cleaning. I cleaned the fan. Let me just show y'all. Little like microfiber cloth. That is disgusting. I will throw that in the pile of rags. I keep a little basket. It's like a little basket that I got from the Dollar Tree, just a little white plastic basket, next to my washer. And I just throw all the rags in there. That way I don't mix them with like normal clothing or things like that whenever I'm getting ready to wash them. Just because there's always so much extra gunk on them, or like cleaning or bleach or whatever it may be. So I always like to keep those separate. But I wanted to show y'all, let me flip y'all. We got these in the mail yesterday. I just took them out of the wash. I did wash them, like run them through the washer just to make sure they were extra clean. But my mother-in-law made these for us. So she sent us 2 each. So these 2 are for me. I love this pattern. It's so pretty with the flowers. And then this kind of like paisley pattern, really pretty as well. And then one, a UT one, Luis went to UT in Austin. So she made that for Luis. And then this one, I think it has like, I think it's Black Panther. I'm pretty sure. It's kind of hard to tell because it's like such a dark print. But aren't these so pretty? Like I don't know. I was really excited that she sent these to us. And she did put a space to put in some filters, because we do actually have some filters that we can put in these to just make them hopefully a little bit better. And you can see the restroom, or not restroom, our bedroom super bright. I sprayed down our bed. Like I picked up a little bit. I sprayed down our bed with Lysol, and that's just something I always do. That was like one good thing. Like Lysol ran out pretty much everywhere, but I had a couple of bottles on hand because it's just something I always do with the bed, especially anytime that I am cleaning the bed, or stripping the bed I should say. Like whenever I'm washing the sheets, I always Lysol the bed and then our duvet and such, because I don't wash our duvet. I take it to get washed, and since right now I'm not sure when that's gonna be next time we do that, I just been spraying it down a little extra with Lysol. So I'm gonna actually wait to finish the bedroom. I'm running out of steam a little bit, but I'm just so happy that like today I have energy. It feels so good. So what I'm gonna do right now is actually, well, I think I'm gonna work on the cake first, the cake for Luna. I need to find some kind of recipe that is okay with the sweet potato, and then I'm thinking I'm gonna clean my cart because that's something I really want to get done. And I have like piles. Look, let me show you. So I have my planner here. This is my like sticker binder. I have a pile of stuff over there. I have my cart, which is full. I have, you can't see it, but the basket's on the other side. And then I have stuff over there. That's pretty much all my stuff. So I just have piles. So yeah, I just have piles of stuff everywhere. So I think I'm gonna work on the cake and then work on my piles and kind of go from there. I just looked up the recipe for the like dog cake, and I realized it calls for applesauce. So I don't have applesauce, but I have, we bought like a big bag of apples. And these are actually like, they're starting to get a little squishy. So I figured it would be a good time to use these. So I'm gonna peel them, put them in the blender. I do have a food processor, which I'm sure would work better, but I really don't feel like taking that out because that's like somewhere in my pantry and it's a mess. But I'm gonna peel these apples, chop them up, throw them in the blender, and hope that it works out. So I put half of the sweet potato, I put half of it in here, and then I just like spun it around, you know, so that it would puree itself. And I added the dry ingredients, which I know is technically like not the right order, but I just didn't want to dirty another bowl. So I'm gonna throw in the applesauce, and it's applesauce, peanut butter, a little bit of oil, and an egg, and then we'll get this bacon. So here is the cake batter. It comes out about like this when I've made it before. I really don't think the like swapping the sweet potato or the pumpkin puree for the sweet potato is really going to make much of a difference, if any. And I did look up other recipes just to make sure, and there were a lot of recipes that were very, very similar and just had like it was just sweet potato instead of the pumpkin puree. So I am going to throw this in here. I already greased this up a little bit. It's an 8 by 8 pan, and typically what I do for them is once it comes out, I will cut it into like 4 squares and then I'll stack it so it looks like a cake. And I don't have the stuff for the I don't have the stuff for the frosting, so I'm thinking I might mix up some peanut butter with the rest of the applesauce. That way it gets a little runny, because you can't do the peanut butter by itself because it's like too sticky for them. So I typically do, like, the recipe is just Greek yogurt with peanut butter, with a little bit of peanut butter, but I don't have Greek yogurt right now. So I'm gonna do that just so I have something to put on there. As soon as it's done preheating, I will pop this in the oven. And I'm going to probably just kind of chill for a little bit. What time is it? I don't know. Hey Google, there's a fly in here. What time is it?
The time is 8:58.
8:58. It's almost 9. So Luis won't be here for another hour and a half or so. I might go clean the room a little bit more, but we'll see. I'm like running out of steam. And I've just been so happy that I've been able to do anything today, so I can't really complain, but might just sit and chill for a while. All right, y'all, so the cake is out. It's been cooling for a while. I was actually in my office for a bit, finishing up the thumbnail and like editing. Well, it was already edited, but I had to get like it up onto YouTube. An Easter weekend vlog, which you would obviously have already seen. by the time you're watching this. But let me show y'all. It just kind of looks like a flat pancakey thing, but that's why I will cut it up into like the 4 little squares and just stack it. I did try to make the peanut butter. Here, let me show y'all. It looks kind of gross. It's like the rest of the, look at her, she smells it. She's like, I know it's my birthday, mommy. No, there comes the other one. This is the rest of the, what was it, the applesauce, and then I put peanut butter in it, but it's like really runny. I don't know, oh, I'm not even pointing at it. I don't know how well that's going to work, but yeah, so I'm just waiting for Luis. I was folding some laundry also, if you saw that stacked over there, and he comes home, and it like actually takes him a while like for me to actually see him, because we're using our guest bathroom. Like I have not gone into that bathroom in a while, aside like from going in there to clean it, because we're using that as like a sanitizing station. So anytime he comes home from work, he will go in there and shower in there, and like he'll put all his clothes straight into a hamper that I have in there for him, and I will go in there and like leave him, like I'll wipe down the counter, I'll leave him like a fresh towel and like fresh PJs, and that way he doesn't have to like, you know, like it's just, we're just trying to be as, you know, we're just trying to be really, really cautious. So that is our sanitizing station, is what we're calling it, our sanitizing bathroom. And like shoes, everything right at the door. Like we're trying to track in the least amount as possible. So that's how that's been working. But I'm gonna cut this up, and I will show y'all in a little bit when we have like, you know, we'll sing her happy birthday, and we're lame, y'all. Don't judge us.
Am I really included in this?
Yes, you are included. There's the cake. He's wondering if he has to sing to Luna.
Have you tasted it?
Of course. No, what?
I mean, it's edible stuff.
Yeah, it is. But I don't... Oh, I did, instead of the pumpkin puree, I did the sweet potato. So.
I mean, it does smell good.
Are you hungry?
I'm hungry for a cake or something sweet.
I mean, it's not sweet at all. There's nothing sweetened in there. The peanut butter is like plain peanut butter. And I mean, the applesauce, I guess, would be the only thing that's kind of sweet.
Have you showed your...
Yes, I showed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really excited as soon as I brought him out of the dryer. Okay, let's put this on the floor and see if Luna will join us. Luna!
I mean, of course.
You need to hold him back.
Odin, come on.
It's not your birthday. It's little Widow's birthday.
Odin,
it's a little princess.
Odin's not gonna listen to me. Odin, come on. Come on, Odin.
Hold on. No. Wait. Sit. Good girl. Wait. Look over here. No. No. You're gonna wait. Okay, wait. Give me my phone so I can take a picture. Okay, I think I got a couple good pictures. You wanna sing? Happy birthday to... Oh, she's growling. Happy birthday to you.
Pachita?
Happy birthday, sweet princess. Happy birthday, dear Luna.
She wants for us
Happy
more than cake.
birthday to you.
Thought she was gonna be more excited.
She's 9 years old today.
Viejita.
My old lady. So
Odin, over here. Odin, over here.
Odin
Over
is
here.
not
Sit
the
down.
best behaved.
Sit. Luna, go that way. Luna, go. Luna, over here.
So they obviously don't get the full cake because that would be
Luna.
way too much food for them.
Over here. Luna.
Just put it down and then separate them. They'll follow the food.
But they're not following.
So they got like a little, half of the top of the cake, basically. Oh my goodness, yes.
What?
How? No, don't you dare. What? He did not even enjoy that at all. Odin, don't you dare. So I took like one of the little squares, so you can see there's the 3 layers, and just cut that in half and gave them half each. But somebody ate his a little too fast. Hey y'all, so it's Friday now. It's actually pretty late. I have no idea what time it is, but I think it's around like 6 p.m. already. You know how yesterday I was like, oh, I feel so full of energy and everything is so nice. And now today I'm like, I woke up okay. And because it's Fridays we usually have pizza, but obviously like Luis would pick up a pizza or something on his way home or something like that. But now since, you know, his schedule's different, I was like, well, let's have pizza for lunch. So he went and picked up a pizza. We ate the pizza. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I was just like doing my little walk inside the house thing that I do. I walk at least 30 minutes, just basically up and down my whole house, just to make sure I'm, you know, getting some activity every day, basically. But anyway, you know, he picked up the pizza and I ate and I felt fine, and then I just got really tired. Like, I think it was just like too many carbs, you know, and you know how sometimes you get sleepy after you eat too much, basically. But I just, I laid down, I took a little nap, and I woke up feeling super sick, like to my stomach, like just really, really nauseous. And, oh, it's 6:30 because that's one of my alarms so I won't forget my like medicine. Let me turn that off. Ignore the mess behind me. I have not cleaned our bedroom. I picked up a little bit actually, but it's still a mess. And you can see the sink is full of dishes now from the cake last night. I didn't pick up last night. Oh, here comes Odin. Here comes this dude. And yeah, so I am working. I spent a little bit of time in my office, and I'm gonna actually test out some of the new kits that I've been working on. Like it's not like kits really, it's just kit, because I'm still like tweaking kind of the base of the kit, because like I mentioned, the sizes were wrong yesterday. So I'm just doing that. I'm sitting on the couch and I'm going to probably just hang out here for a little bit, at least hope the nausea passes, and then I'll probably clean up before Luis gets home, but I still have plenty of time. I guess that's the one good thing about him working late. But anyway, just wanted to update y'all because today's it's not looking good. It's not looking good, huh? He's so nosy. Say hi, babe. They haven't seen you. It is Sunday. Happy Sunday. I didn't pick up the camera at all yesterday. I kind of forgot. But we didn't, I mean, there wasn't very much exciting going on. We did, however, go to Luby's yesterday. Luby's isn't nationwide, is it?
I don't know.
Luby's is it's kind of like a cafeteria.
Well, it's on the name, Luby's Cafeteria.
Is that what it's called? Like cafeteria? It's like you go through, I mean, obviously it's closed right now, we just did pick up, but typically like you just walk in, you grab a tray, and then you just like point at the stuff that you want, and they just like slop it onto a plate like a school cafeteria. But the food is good. Like, at least I think it's really delicious. It's not,
It's good.
yeah, it's good, and it's like not like super bad for you, you know. It's like more like, it's almost like home cooked kind of.
Not deep fried stuff.
Well,
Or a lot of it.
I had some fried okra.
Whoa,
Oh my goodness gracious, I was craving fried okra so bad. So it was delicious. It was really good. So that was kind of our main thing yesterday. We also, Luis ran into a couple of stores to find some things. We found Tide and borax, and I'm going to bake some baking soda to make washing soda so that I can do, I don't know if y'all have seen, it's like on Instagram, I've seen it a lot right now where like people are stripping their laundry. And that just, it's clean, like you clean your laundry like normal, but then you put it into this mixture so that it makes, or it takes away like residue or like soap residue, like anything kind of left over, extra odors and things. So I'm really excited to try that. I'm gonna probably do that sometime this week after I bake the baking soda, because I couldn't find washing soda, but I read that if you bake baking soda, it makes washing soda. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but I read it. Luis is doing arts and crafts over here.
Arts and crafts?
I'm just kidding, because you're totally burning our table. You know that, right?
It's hot glue, babe.
Yeah, but it's still gonna leave a mark. What did I say about doing stuff on the table?
Not good.
No. I said you're gonna use your mat.
I don't have a mat.
You have 3 mats.
They're all occupied.
Oh my gosh. But what he's trying to do is create, so these are the masks his mom made for us. I had shown this. And we put some filters inside. And they're, I think they're like N95 rated filters, right?
They're technically particle filters, but they're equivalent to N95 supposedly.
Oh, okay. So they're like an equivalent. So making them like, you know, a lot more, we're just, you know, trying to be as careful as possible. We bought those filters like before things got bad. We were able to order them online. Now I can't even find the listing anymore, which is frustrating, but I mean, at least we have some, which is nice. Because there are obviously outings, especially for me being pregnant, like going to doctor's appointments and things, that I just really wanted to make sure that I had something as, you know, safe as possible. But anyway, he's trying to like now create a seal so that it seals better around the nose, because you know how there's not supposed to be a gap like right here. Well, with those masks, I mean, it's just natural, there's like a small gap. So he's, I don't know, inventing stuff. What are you doing, babe? Well, he was melting some plastic. Is that what you're doing right now? He's melting some plastic. That's what's in the, here, let me show them. So, oh, what happened? My screen got really dark. Oh, okay, I don't know if y'all saw that, but he was just messing with the settings. So there's something in there that he's melting, which are these things. So you mold plastic so that he can kind of make like a, kind of like a little cast or something. What would it be called? Around your nose?
Yeah, a little I guess form. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know how to say cast. But it's kind of a cast, I guess.
Yeah, so we'll see how that works out. We're also planning on maybe grilling some burgers a little bit later. And I am very excited because I bought a new mop yesterday. Bought this mop because, again, I've been watching those videos on Instagram, and it's, the account is Go Clean Go. I'll link it. I'll put the username in the description. But they've mentioned like cleaning your floors with this mop and some Tide, and like every time I see people doing it, like the water turns like black, like nasty black. And the only mop that I've used is this thing that's just been laying here for a couple days now, is our steam mop. So I'm really excited. I don't think I've ever been excited about mopping, but there it is.
I was about to say that, but I didn't want to be rude.
But I'm actually excited about it. Anyway, we're gonna continue here with our Sunday. Alright, so Luis finished his, what do I call this? Mask customizing project. So that is the bridge of my nose exactly, and down to like my cheeks, and it goes all the way through to the end of the mask pretty much. And this one is Luis's. So there you go. Look, let me, hold on. I can't flip the camera. Oh, hold on. I got it. So this will fit. Obviously I don't have it. Oh, there you go. Thank you, baby.
Good.
Oh.
Let's show off my handiwork.
Yeah, but I don't know how well you'll be able to tell, but now there's no gap here at all. Like it's like pressed on straight to our face, and the filter is in here anyway. So it's perfect now. It's like a perfectly customized mask. Very exciting. We are making burgers. Lisa's making burgers over there. I have zucchini, and I did some grilled onions. Have some buttered bread. Sorry, that's a movie in the background. Hopefully that's not an issue. And I just chopped up some other stuff. Very excited. I am still building my burger because I have a lot of steps. And Lisa already was digging in. And I burnt the toast or the bread just a tiny bit. Show them the other side, babe.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's so bad. It's like a shirt. It's so sad. I tried.
Can you distinguish from the shirt?
No, not at all. Sadness. So we are gonna call it a night, y'all. It is already past midnight and I'm super sleepy. Are you sleepy? Yeah, he's sleepy too. So it's time for us to go to bed. And
Everyone's sleepy except Odin.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone is sleepy except for Odin, who is never sleepy. Anyway, we will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, everyone.